Let's try this one here. This is the one where I've got Pivotal Tracker up.
Right. Okay, so we have a current, we have a backlog there on your screen, and just below the AV website one public, there are the links to Icebox and the links to Epics.
Okay, so open those.
Right. So yeah. So the most left column is all the stories which are in progress at the moment. The backlog are the stories where we have agreed that this should be done sometime soon. And Icebox is just Icebox, I guess.
Okay, yeah, things for later, right? Okay, so the ones in backlog have had points assigned to them, I guess?
Well, yeah, they should have had points assigned, but it's just actually those stories right at the top were created by me, and we didn't have time to vote on them. But I know they are a priority, and that's why they're in the backlog already. But strictly speaking, that's not the correct way of doing it.
Oh, I see. Here's a points 1, points 2.
Right. It's those little blue bars which represent the number of points. So, for example, the getting started link on the landing page, I can assign. Well, technically, we should vote with other people about this, but just to demonstrate the point. So, for example, this is just a simple story. Assign 1 point. That's it. Yeah. So now you can see next to the star, it has one little blue bar, which means 1 point complexity, and now you have a start button, which means you can press start and move that story into the current log. And in fact, I have started this story already, so I will move it into the current log then. Right.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this over here is for like voting on how many points you think it should be.
Exactly. And then also, if you look down into the backlog, for example, on the line where it says the 30th of September, or week 20, you can expand that box, and you'll see there's some stories there too. Yeah, so basically, if you expand all the stories in backlog, you'll see that we have quite a lot of stuff in backlog already.
Okay, what is this number here, 20?
It's a week number.
Oh, week. Oh, okay.
Because the Scrum methodology sort of implies that we have weekly sprints. So, and for example, say there are 5 developers on the project, right? And each developer is capable of delivering 2 points. That means our capacity is 10 points per week. So that way, for each week, we try to, we compile the number of stories which, together are not more than 10 points. And here you can see, for example, for week number 15, since we have only 1 pointer assigned to a story, that means we have only 1 point for this week, and that's what you see in the what you see there.
So these other weeks, 16, 17, these are in the future then.
Yeah. This is the planning. That's how we plan our work. What are we going to do this week? What are we going to do next week? And that's a way, just to look after that we don't exceed the number, we don't exceed our capacity, or velocity is the correct term.
I see. Yeah, you're trying to match to the resources you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I think it's a good idea to demonstrate the sort of the workflow we usually take when we start a story. So let's browse through backlog and choose a story to work on. I mean, if
All
you're
right.
looking at it, is there anything you're particularly fond of?
Let's see. Looks like these first two have to do with, I guess, getting some data from Google and displaying it on the site.
Um, yeah, those, yeah, basically it is, but it's a little bit more complicated because the Hangout application is being run, on Google's server, and we cannot query its status. We can't do much anything with it.
Uh-huh.
So the way it works now is we have a Hangout application, which is a JavaScript application. So when you start a Hangout, this application is being run inside the Hangout. Um,
Oh.
I think, yeah, you should be able to see. If you look on your left side on your Hangout, you should see an icon, and if you float over it, you say Website One Connection Service. Do you have something like that?
Let's see. Where that is one of the plugins here on the Hangout.
But I mean, doesn't matter. I mean, what happens is this application is being run inside the Hangout, and that application reports back to Website One about the status of the Hangout, how many participants are inside, whether it's still alive or not. But as I said, because these stories they are about connecting the application inside the Hangout with Website One. I would suggest we choose something simpler, just to start with.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I obviously have to just learn my way around the code a bit to begin with. So whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly
Um,
what I was thinking. And I'm just trying to find, there was a nice story to work on. Where is it? Let me see. Right, let me see. Columns, documents, and data history. Aha, excellent. Right, so if you, let me move this story up so you can see it. Okay, should appear there in a second. Okay?
oh, document updates history.
Yeah, so please open that. Right, and in the description here, we are following the Connectstruct format, which you should have learned about on the 169 course.
Mm-hmm.
And since I moved the story into the backlog, I should clean up the description, so I'll do just that. So, in order to so how should I phrase this? In order to have
Well, I guess you'd start off with what, as an admin or as a user, or what the
I
role?
actually quite like the advice from the Aspect people or from the Cucumber people that you start with the value first. You
Uh-huh.
articulate the value, and then so you say, in order to have this, as somebody, I would like this.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So in order to have only useful as a user, and then you'll be able to see it. I would like to like.
Huh.
Okay. Right. I'm going to take this out of here. Done. And let's. Okay, should be updated in a second.
Oh, there it came up. Yeah. In order to have only useful information on the page as a user, I would like secondary information.
I would like to hide, that is. Yeah, hide, that's it.
Oh, to hide secondary. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you look at my screen, so if we go, for example, to, yeah, if you look at my screen, there's the getting started guide I was talking about.
Yes.
And if we scroll down, we'll see the revisions history of this document, which is pretty useless because, you know, it's the same guy editing the document, and, you know, it just, this revisions are just being repeated. So what I would like first of all to have these revisions in a block of some kind, so it is collapsible, so I can open it and close it. And another thing is I would like to have this revision, you know, more useful. So for example, it only adds a line when a new user edits something. And if it's the same user who edits something, then it only updates the line with the last date.
Okay. So you just show one line for each user, or you have.
Basically, yeah. Basically, yes. I was thinking having just one line for each user. Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you would show whatever the most recent thing that user did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not, to be honest, you know, I'm not quite sure how useful this revisions feature is. I mean, what do we want to see? Personally, I would like to see when the document was created, but we can see that in the head. Oh, no, we can't. Right. So I would like to see when the document has been created, and I would like to see when it was last updated.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that I would like to see. I'm not sure if I want to see all the intermediate changes to the document.
Okay, and that could be the collapsible part. I mean, you'd see the latest info, and then you could expand it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea if we just, you know, if we just had one line. It has been created at this date. It has been updated at this date, and all the other stuff is collapsible.
I see. Yeah.
So something like that. Yeah. So going back to the flow. So what happens now? Usually we have a story. We present a story at the Scrum by telling the other guys, okay, I have this story, I would like to implement this and this, what do you think about it? And if you can justify this, you know, this story is how do you say it in English? Well, this story is in terms of, you know, the current goals of the project. Then we say, okay, let's move to the backlog and let's plan it for the next iteration. Next iteration, that means the next week. And then usually we vote on the complexity of the story, and that's it. That's when we can start. So I guess what I'll do now is I will, well, when you get invited to the Pivotal track, and unfortunately Sam is in the middle of the session now, he'll invite you a little bit later. Right. So when you get invited to the Pivotal tracker, I will put you as one of the owners of the story. So for the moment, I'll put myself, and then I'll add you as an owner of the story.
Okay.
Right. So I guess we can say, in order to start this, let's add some points to it. So I guess this is, I mean, usually this will be voted as a one-point story, because we're not creating anything new, we're just sort of refactoring the style that we already have there. So I can start this, and this will go to the bottom of the current log.
Oh, yes, I see. It's over there now.
Right. Okay, so the next step is to create a lo-fi, because most of this story is to do with the user interface. Usually what we do is, if you just look at my screen, usually we go to website 1, well, for this project anyway, we go to website 1, we go to feature request and design, and you see that here we're creating sort of proposals of different, different stories, how we see it. So for example, if you look at this, the pivotal track activity, there is a lo-fi, how somebody thinks this should look like. Or for example, if we look at the events or the Hangouts management flow, this is the lo-fi. This is the sort of the flow, and there's a diagram, the architecture of how we see this should be implemented. Right. So I guess let's create a lo-fi here. So I'll just create a subdocument, and we call it the documents all right, revision history apps, and this will be proposal. Okay. And the good thing is, when we create a lo-fi here, since we have a discuss connected to the document, we can have a discussion with other members how we see it. And that, of course, saves some time when you come to implementing this. So let me just show you, for example, here on events and pair programming flow. People have been commenting on this lo-fi and suggesting features which should be implemented. So this is quite handy. So let's go back here, and let's create our lo-fi. Now for lo-fis, we don't have any tools integrated into the website 1 for the moment. People, are using, somebody is just using Google Documents to draw it. Some people are using the wireframing tools, the online tools for wireframing the internet. I'm still in the search of of a tool which is useful and easy to use.
Right, something you could integrate with the site, I guess. And
yeah. So for the moment, just create. So we don't lose too much time on this lo-fi. We can revise it later, and you can revise it later. I'll just create a sort of a text lo-fi. So basically, document. Revisions, collapse. Now, editor you use? Which editor are you using for programming?
VI mostly. Vim.
Oh, excellent. Because I'm using Vim, and that's good. Unfortunately, there are not so many people, but it makes it a lot easier to program with Vim by using Tmux.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh.
Right, separated
yeah,
out.
I've used, is that like Screen, I guess?
Yeah, exactly the same. Slightly newer, slightly. So.
Oh, okay.
Right, so is there anything else you would add to this simple lo-fi?
Well, I guess the other thing would be to show after it's, you have a link there to expand the collapsible region, and but I guess when it's expanded, it sort of looks like it is now.
All right, yeah. So I guess so collapsible region, and then we can see so when expanded. What do we have? We have updated by. Yeah, okay. Updated by. Now, so what do you think? Do you support my idea that we have just one line per user? Or should we have like the whole revisions history even for the same user?
Yeah, if there was more information there other than just, updated. I'd have to think about how people are using this information, what they're, it's obviously just to see how much activity, I would think, is going on. You can't really tell what was done without, maybe these could link to some sort of, where you could actually see the history of the changes or see some additional documentation.
Exactly, but unfortunately, this is really useless at the moment because we don't have links to the previous contents of the document.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I mean, well, for now, let's just do it one line.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If this user edits sometimes in a row. Just with
Okay, so you just collapse the ones that are repeated, and then if that user appears again after somebody else, they would be there again. Okay.
Yes. So it's John, Greg, Sam, John, but the same user never repeats.
Okay. Yeah, because if they did 3 updates in a row, it was probably just all really one thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, good for now, but I'm just sort of demonstrating the idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, like now revisions, me 7 minutes ago, and then me again less than a minute ago. I mean, who's interested in that? Well, we can have a discussion with other people about this. But as I said, usually we present. You present the story at the Scrum to get it into the backlog, and then when you have created a log file, you present it at the Scrum again and just talk to people, gather their opinions.
Aha.
But basically, this is it. Okay, so the story is there. We might as well go to Pivotal Tracker and add a line here about the lo-fi.
Okay, so for something that's new, you present it in the Scrum, and then it goes in the backlog, and then you do the lo-fi or whatever you need to get a little more, and then you present that, and if it's accepted, it goes into current?
Well, no, it goes into the current without the lo-fi. But then, I mean, it's up to you. You can implement the whole thing and then present it when it's finished, and find that people don't like it. So generally, it's a better idea to show the lo-fi first.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean. Right, okay, so, oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, did you manage to get the local server running for Website 1?
No, I haven't got the code for that.
Okay.
Now, it's wondering, I guess, should I do that in the virtual machine that I'm using for the class? Is that the best environment to use, or?
Well, well, basically there are two options. You can either install it, you can either clone it and get it prepared locally on your machine, or you can use it in a virtual box. I mean, that's depending on your machine and how you're used to it. If you want to do it in a virtual machine, we have a Vagrant box all set up for Website 1, and it's just a matter of, I think, one line, just cloning the repository and running the script, and the script does everything for you.
Okay.
I guess that's the fastest way to start. So would you like to do that?
All right. Yeah, I'm not too familiar. Well, I guess I'm not familiar at all with Vagrant. I think I've heard of that, but.
Basically, I mean, it's nothing special. Basically, it's just a script which sets your VirtualBox image.
Oh, okay.
Basically, just a shell script which downloads the image, connects it to VirtualBox, boots it up, and does some installing inside the virtual machine. That's it.
Okay, so it's a lot like what we did to initially get set up for the class, I guess.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the whole idea is that you just type Vagrant up, and it does everything else. I mean, that's the whole idea behind Vagrant. So let me guide you through then this process.
Okay.
Have you cloned the repository?
No. So
Right.
let me start up my virtual machine and get in there, I guess.
By the way, since you're a user of VI, I mean, we can start sharing. We can start pairing by using Teammate. Have you ever heard of Teammate?
No.
Right. If you just go to teammate.io.
All right. Let's see. Instant terminal sharing. Okay.
Right. If you just download it for, I see you have a Mac, so yeah, just. Do you have Brew installed?
I'm sorry. Do I have what?
Do you have Brew? The package manager, Brew package manager.
Oh, no, I don't. Brew.
You don't. Right. Well, ideally.
Yeah, I started looking into that a while ago, and I couldn't decide. People were arguing between Brew and Homebrew or something like that, and something else. But I guess.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. But yeah, I was just thinking. But never mind. I mean, you can have a look at it later. The whole thing behind Teammate is that what happens is, for us to play a program in the shell, I would have to SSH to your machine, or you would have to SSH to my machine.
Oh yeah.
And that means we have to give the keys, the public keys to each other, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now Teammate just makes it easier because you run Teammate on your machine, and then I can SSH to your Teammate, but that is done through the Teammate server, so I don't actually need the public keys for your machine, because technically for you it's not an incoming connection, it's an outgoing connection.
Uh-huh.
So I would strongly recommend installing that at some point, either installing on your Mac locally, natively I mean, or installing inside your virtual machine that you work on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get that installed too. Let me see what's.
Yeah. But the good thing about it that we can share the console, and whenever you do any work with Git, for example, your pairing partner can jump in and help you do it quicker.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I'll start up the virtual machine, and it looks like it's probably easiest to get that installed in there.
Okay.
And get the other things going. All right. Where is this stuff?
I just wonder. Do you remember which Ruby version is on the 169 virtual machine? Is it 1.9?
Version of what?
Ruby version.
No, I don't. I guess I've got it running here, so I can. Let's see. Once it starts up, I can find out.
Can you share the desktop?
Yeah, let me switch to that. Yeah, let me just do my desktop here.
All right, excellent. I can see it now.
What, is it something like Ruby minus V?
Yeah, Ruby-V. Right, 1.93. I would recommend to set up a virtual box, a separate virtual box for website 1. I mean, it would be, the amount of time it would take, it would be just the same, because you need to install, basically you would need to install all the stuff, from scratch on this machine. So why not just make a machine?
Okay, yeah, let me get rid of this and then use the Vagrant script to set that up.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing we would need to do is to clone the website 1 repository onto your machine.
All right. Okay, so where do I do that from?
Just go to the command, go to the terminal, the macOS terminal.
All right.
Are you familiar with Git?
Yes, I've used that a bit in a couple of classes.
All right, excellent. Okay. So, yes, so just, I guess, let's go to, let me fetch a link to the repository for you. Okay, so the link to clone the repo.
All right.
Ah, you have it there. Okay. Oh, it's my screen. All right.
Yeah.
Get confused there.
Yeah. So I do that from the command line, git clone.
Yeah, git clone, the link, and then the name of the directory you want to be cloned into.
Let's see. It's git clone and then this URL, github.com, Agile Ventures website one.
If you just look, well, I posted the URL into the chat. Just look on the
oh, yes. Okay.
that whole thing.
Oh, okay, yes. That looks so. And then a directory name, I guess.
Yeah. I would go for website one.
Okay.
Right, okay.
I guess I need to go to GitHub.
If you just, Chris, just as open up the repository in your browser, the one I have on my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. You see on the right, just above the cloning desktop, there is this HTTPS clone URL.
Clone URL, yes.
Yeah, so copy and paste that, or you can just, yeah, so that's the one. I'm used to using the SSH URLs, but you need to set up the public keys for GitHub. But you can use HTTPS.
All right.
You can paste it with your mouse. Okay, that's it. So it is cloned now. Now, in order to use Vagrant, you need to install it. And so on the Agile Ventures repo, just go to requests. See where it says pull request 16. Right, and now if you see first started using Vagrant. Yeah. Now David just added this pull request, and he's got instructions in here. So to use it, you need VirtualBox. You have VirtualBox. Now you need to install Vagrant, and then just follow the instructions, and it should do everything for you. So I guess try making Vagrant, and yeah. The downloads page at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris, I'm really sorry. I have to run and pick up my daughter from the kindergarten.
Okay, I've got get some bits
I
here.
will leave Hangout running. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes or so, and then I can check up. What's happening.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll get to work on this.
Yeah, but the idea is to install the Vagrant, and then you have the instructions there in the pull request, and usually it takes about 15 minutes to set up the whole thing, because when you do the Vagrant up, it opens, it runs the the image, and then it does all the installation of all the stuff inside it, and that takes some time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so
hopefully you won't even need to touch the keyboard to set it up.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I will leave the Hangout running, and then I'll be back, and if you still be there, we can have a look, how it's going.
All right, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, no problem at all. If you have any questions, by the way, and I'm not here, just ask people on Slack.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so
all right, yeah, I've got to look at this.
All right.
Okay, Yarrow, thank you. What? What's that?
Chris, I'm back. Chris, how are you doing? Chris? Hello? Chris? Chris?
Oh, yes, hello?
Right, so you can hear me. Right, I can see you have downloaded the machine, that's good. You need to go inside the website 1 directory.
Ah, oh, okay.
See the step number 1?
Oh, yeah. But I think I am.
Yeah? Then, right, wait a second. You have cloned it. I see. Now you need to fetch this branch which has this which has the vagrant setup. Now let me help you with that. Just a second. Right, if you do git remote add. And David.
Was there David?
Yeah, David. That's David's repository. He has a branch. Because this vagrant hasn't been merged into the master branch, it is at the moment here. So there's the link for you. So if you just copy and paste that link after David.
Okay, I don't understand here. The HT. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now you have David as a remote. Now do git fetch David. Okay. And now do git checkout David / add vagrant.
Oh, that one, David.
Right. Okay, and now do git checkout -b. Vagrant. So that will create a branch on your local machine. Excellent.
Ah.
And now this branch has the script for Vagrant. So now you can try Vagrant up.
Yeah.
That's strange. Why is it? Why is there a timeout?
It says running, and I see a preview here, but I don't see a window anywhere.
I know it's a headless virtual machine.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what the SSH is for. It's trying to connect.
Yeah, you should SSH into it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's timing out for some reason, and that's weird. Is there? Let's see. Matching MAC address. Blah blah blah. Clearing. Okay, that's weird. Try stopping the script and stopping the machine, and then running the script again.
Okay. Can I just break out of this, I guess?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, by the way, have a look at the properties of the machine. Is there maybe there's some problem with the networking?
Let's see.
Above.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I can check that while it's running.
And if you click settings again, if you click the gear icon, yeah.
Oh, settings, yeah.
Yeah, and now if you see you have general and you have system next to it. Okay, this looks fine. And then, by the way, you can go to system and choose something more suitable for your machine. Yeah. So, it's got only 1 GB of RAM, this virtual machine. So if you have more, you might as well assign more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I have to stop it first.
It is grayed out because the machine is running.
Yeah.
If you cancel and then right-click on the machine, right, and do close, power off, yeah. Okay. And now you can go to settings and, yeah.
All right, that's that might be better. Oh, let's see.
And also check the processor, how many cores you're using.
Let's see if that's enough. Two.
Okay. You have 8.
Oh yeah, so we'll try.
You might as well use 4, yeah.
All right. Oh well, there's no display. So. No. Well, let's try.
Okay, try running it again. Okay, looks better now. Okay, so this will take, 15 minutes up to an hour, depending on your internet connection, your disk, and all that.
All right.
So I have to go anyway. So good luck with this. And
All right, thanks. Yeah, while this is running, I can go back to Git and browse the repository a bit, and then I'll look also at that the UI and the other stuff on Agile Ventures.
Yeah, and let me know of your progress. If you get stuck, let me know. But if it installs fine, let me know too. All right.
Oh, okay, what's the best way to do that?
Just on Slack, on the website on channel. Yeah, just let me know.
Okay.
Yes, I have to take an online class, which has already started, but I'll be around so to answer if you have any questions.
Oh, sure. Okay, go ahead. Thanks.
Okay, Chris. Good luck. It's great meeting you, and I'm looking forward to some pairing on some features.
Oh yeah, thanks, Yara. I'm looking forward to it. That'd be good.
All right. See you around.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.